Yes, people, Manchester United have beaten Real Betis by 3-2 here at the Snapdragon Stadium. A good run out for the boys, eventful game. The main thing is that we won. The second thing is, I want to say there's no injuries, but Rashi did go off with a little bit of a knock, looked a bit frustrated. Hopefully that's nothing too strong. I'm going to wait to see him walk around here and see if he's limping or needs crutches or anything bad like that, which fingers crossed he doesn't. Anthony as well came on at half time, or sorry, just at about 60th minute, and ended up getting subbed off as well. He picked up a knock, so 2 potential injuries, but they didn't look anywhere near as bad as the Lenny Yoro situation and Rasmus Højlund's situation. But as far as the game goes, we started really well. We started on the front foot. That boy Ahmad, we have to start with a positive. That boy Ahmad, it's a madness what he's doing right now. He's so confident. He's just taking players on. He's creating havoc. He's creating chances. He's winning penalties. He's scoring goals. He's just making this pre-season his own. You know, he scored a fantastic goal in Scotland. He's brought that over to here. And yes, against Arsenal, he didn't score, but he still played well. And today he's played even better than that and scored a fantastic goal. And after Manchester United conceded a fairly silly goal, straight after kickoff, he runs up the other side, bang, cuts inside, cuts past one, wins the penalty. He's just taken an absolute mick with what he's doing at the moment, Ahmad, and he's been so good. And it just goes to show, when we said before, who are we looking at? What sort of players are we looking at to make this pre-season our own? Ahmad was right at the top of that list, alongside the likes of like a Mason Mount, and you look at what's going on with Jadon Sancho, I'll talk about in a minute. He's another one where you're looking at how can he impact us, or what type of impact can he have in pre-season. Oh, this has just gone. Nice one. I'm back. But yeah, I have to say that he was our best player, Ahmad. He was our best player without an absolute doubt, and he's just oozing with confidence. And listening to him in a press conference, talking about what conversations he's had with the manager, how he's feeling, what reassurances he needs, and obviously he said that comment that I want to stay here for the rest of my life. You can see that how excited he is. You can see that he's ready, and you can see that it's his time. So a massive big up to Ahmad. He was the man of the match. I have to pick him up. Marcus Rashford, I thought, looked really sharp as well, taking players on. I think he was up against Hector Bellerin. I'm sure that was Bellerin right back with the long hair. It definitely was Bellerin, isn't it? Josh knows. Josh's favourite player. Yeah, he was about, and every time he got the ball, he wanted to take players on. He wanted to get at people. He wanted to make things happen, and I thought he looked good. He looked sharp, and that's what you want Rashford to do. He's trying things, looking confident. And that's what he needs. If he's going to turn this season around, or the season last season, he's going to have a better season this season, he's going to have to feel confident. He's going to have to feel good about himself. And I think he looks like he's in the mood. I just really hope, fingers crossed, that when he came off, that wasn't anything too strong, you know? In midfield, I thought Casemiro was pretty good. I thought Casemiro sort of got in and amongst it. He was quite good on the ball. I think Betis' limited ability helped us. I don't think that, you know, they had too much to offer, although they did score again in the second half once we changed the team around, but the quality was low. It was an easy game for Casemiro to sort of, you know, marshal the midfield, to be honest with you. He had a comfortable evening. So I thought he did okay. And in the back line, I thought Harry Amas, he did okay. A couple of mistakes here and there. I'm trying to push him to cage him, trying to say, listen, he's got something. He was a little bit more cagey today. Wasn't his usual self like he has been in the last couple of games, but there's still work to be done there. I think he's still a little bit away off it, but good experience for him, nonetheless as well. And we just played on the front foot. So, you know, you get in at half time, I think 3-1 up. Casemiro scores a decent goal with assist from Rashford. All is fine. Second half, we came out a little bit sloppy. You know, some players sort of got an eye on the 60th minute when they know they're going to be coming off. Rashi went off for that injury. We had 10 men, and Betis were looking like they were going to score. There were a few, you know, block crosses or block shots. The pressure was on. Excuse me, the pressure was on, and you felt like they would score. And they get a free header, I think from one of the corners or one of the balls that were whipped in. I can't remember who it was, but it was just silly goal to concede. And when we changed the team and the youngsters come on, the quality did dip. Mason Mount was out there with sort of the second string, as was Anthony, and Anthony just even before he came off, he just couldn't get involved, man. I don't know. I just don't see how he's going to get out of this rut. You know, you look at what Ahmad's doing. Garnacho's going to be chomping at the bit when he's back. Jadon Sancho is going to be interesting when he comes, if he stays at the football club. I think they'll still entice bids for him. Speaking to some club officials, you know, they said there's a lot of stuff about a lot of players that their futures are up in the air. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Scott McTominay were all names mentioned to me by club staff. So we know that those dominoes are waiting to fall. We know there's outgoings that will happen at the club. Christian Eriksen is another one as well. So we have to watch this space because, look, the outgoings is what's needed next. That is what needs to happen. We need to get players on so that we can get players in. The Euro situation's really bad. 3 months, not ideal, not what we wanted. We've got to get another centre-half in. We've got to get De Ligt in because, again, we started with Maguire and Lindelof today. And, again, when people get injured to that starting 11, whether it's Lisandro, whether in this case now Lenny Yoro, we're straight back to Harry Maguire and Lindelof. And Lindelof looks like he could, you know, pretty much all be out the door. So, yeah, where? Oh, yeah. He has grown his hair back. Josh's best friend. Hector, surprised you didn't go and say, can I have a picture? Because he's your Arsenal legend, Josh. Says he's not a legend. Says Hector Bellerin's not an Arsenal legend. But yeah, I think we have to invest. We need players out. Midfield, we still need to get a midfielder. That absolutely needs to happen because, you know, we need more depth. And I think this pre-season, again, we knew it was going to be disjointed. The style of play is not going to change that much. We did play on the front foot. We were aggressive with the first team. I was impressed with that. And them staying on for 60 minutes gives us a rough idea of how he's trying to get them more minutes in the tank to be able to come into it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be difficult because there's so many players missing. There's so many players that aren't there yet that there's only so much he can do in that time. It's really, really difficult. So look, all in all, a good run out. I hope these 2 injuries aren't bad. I hope they were just knocks. I hope Rashi's fine. And I hope that it was other player who come off. Anthony, I hope that's nothing big as well. But at the end of the day, they just have to knuckle down, be ready. We've got 1 game against Liverpool to come up now. And then it's a Charity Shield. And yes, the Charity Shield is the last pre-season game, but it's at Wembley. It's against Manchester City. We want to win that game. We have to win that game. You know, yes, it's about fitness, but, you know, the striking situation with Rasmus Højlund out for a little while now. Joshua Zirkzee, he hasn't even played with the team and he won't until we get back. They're not just going to throw him in for the Charity Shield. So now you're looking at Jadon Sancho in the false 9. Bruno, how much training will we have by the time he comes back? There's a lot going on, and it's not going to be easy to start the season. I know people are a lot of people back home feeling a little bit negative. You know, there's the left backs aren't out here. Wan-Bissaka might be gone by then. Dallow's going to be short of match practice and match rhythm. I think we might find ourselves having to fast track some players. So let's have a look and go from there. Smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm out of here. Peace.